Hey folks, welcome back to Abundant Life Homestead. Throughout my never-ending list of adventures and projects, I tend to run across things like this old cruddy carburetor or this rusty socket set that I bought at the flea market this weekend and think, it would be real nice to have a sandblaster. But then reality strikes and I remember that my workshop right now is set up in a shipping container, and as you can see, I don't exactly have room to put a sandblasting cabinet anywhere. So I found something this week though that I want to try, because mainly I really want to get the inside of this carburetor cleaned up. It sat dry on the tractor so long that it's pretty rusted inside. And what I found, I went to Harbor Freight, not my favorite tool store, but I found this Central Machinery portable sandblasting gun kit. It was just a little over 20 bucks. I haven't pulled it out of the box yet. It's still taped shut, but I think we're going to take this out of the box, set it up, and see how it works. Alright, let's see what we got here. A little bit of tape. Get rid of the box. Plastic blowgun with a little hopper on top. Got the nipple for the airline and a couple of tips. Looks like they screw on go like that. I'll get some Teflon tape and a wrench here in just a second. And let's pull out the instructions and see what it says. See if there's anything too important in here. This tool may be shipped with a protective plug covering the air inlet. There is no protective plug on there. Nozzle must be attached before use. That's pretty much a given. Insert nozzle into gun body, slide the ring over the nozzle, thread it onto the gun body. Hand tighten the ring nut. Do not use a tool or pliers to tighten. Okay. Max air pressure 150 psi. I set my my big air compressor at 85 pounds, so that won't be a problem. Airflow 7 cubic feet per minute at 90 psi, so that's pretty close to where I keep mine set. That's just showing dryers and oilers and an airline and set up. Don't necessarily need that. Alright, so I'll grab the Teflon tape, we'll put this nipple on there and see what happens. Okay, let's see what kind of damage we can do here. Got some crap on it. Make a couple rounds with the Teflon. Put that nipple in there. That should be tight enough. Hand tight on the nipples. We got, those both look to be the same thing, same size, same holes. Put one on there. Now, I may need to raise raise that camera up before I try to fill this up. It's going to be real close. But before I do that, I'll hook up the air and make sure it doesn't leak on me. Alright, doesn't leak. Alright. And drop some baking soda in here. Got it in a jar. I'll get my mask and gloves and we'll play with this thing a minute. Alright, we're going to start with this carburetor. I'll do some of the outside. It might be a little easier for the video. I'm more concerned with the inside though. Yeah. Now something I've already noticed is it seems to be all or nothing on this flow control. Very little turn and I get way too much coming out, and then a very little turn and I've got nothing coming out. If the weather wasn't so crappy outside, it's raining right now. If the weather wasn't so crappy, I'd definitely be doing this out there. Yeah, one jar didn't get all the rust off this, but I think I just pH balanced every surface in this shipping container. We'll start on the next piece here soon. Alright, here it is after blowing it off with air. Doesn't look too bad on the inside. I spent more time in there. You can definitely see a difference between areas I worked on here and areas I didn't hit. Not a terrible job overall. I did take the sieve out of the gun. Reclaimed just under half of the baking soda I started with. What's left in the jar should be enough to finish up these areas that I didn't hit very hard. Alright, rain ended last night. It's actually sunny and quite breezy right now, so I think we can continue this outside. Won't need that ventilator. Probably get away with just a face mask and the gloves. I went down to the Amish grocery store a few miles from here. They have 30-pound bags of Arm & Hammer baking soda. Leaving it in the shipping container, but I got plenty of supply to keep filling my jar. What I've got in front of us, this is the top of that carburetor we worked on last night. Still needs a little bit of work, a little bit of touch up in places. This is the bottom, the bowl of the carburetor we never got to. It's got some very thick corrosion in a couple spots here, even a little bubbling rust. And then I found this laying in a junk pile. This is the air cleaner plate for, I think, an old Kohler engine, something I'll probably never use again, but it's got a very different rust and corrosion on it than the carburetor does. It'll just give us something different to look at while we're playing with this sandblaster. Let's get started. See if we can get some sunlight down that carburetor. It's got had some baking soda in it from last night, but you can see it's pretty chunky down in there. We're gonna see how much of that we can clean up. Make sure that's off. Got that all the way off, and I'm still spilling out some soda. Wasn't too happy with this volume control last night. There is a very, very fine line, it seems, between all off and all on. Let the air compressor catch up a minute. I don't know how well we can get that in the sunlight. Not too terrible so far. It's cleaning up that gasket surface alright. Never got to back here. Never got anything in this side of the bowl yet. I did get it in here. Getting us down to the metal anyway. Looking alright in there. Some of that I thought might be thick corrosion appears that it might actually just be the casting. Rough metal from casting. Still got some rust along in here though. It's down in all those little areas that I can't get that this thing really is intended to come in handy. Alright, let's work on the outside here. Sad thing is, if I go through the trouble of sandblasting or soda blasting the outside of this carburetor, I'm probably going to want to paint it for him. I may do that. We'll get to that later. So far, so good. Baking soda salting my coffee makes it feel like I'm visiting England again. Now, one thing you don't want to do, if you're following along and doing what I'm doing with an old carburetor, one thing you do not want to do is spray that screen. Many of these screens, especially in these old, what is this, 86 years old? No. 66-year-old carburetor, those screens aren't replaceable. They never made new screens for those. Sometimes you can get these wool pack screens and stuff to put in there, but your best bet is just to leave the soda blasting away from that screen. We'll hit that with carburetor cleaner and get it all cleaned up later before we're finished. And now we're going to play with this air housing from the air housing plate, I guess. Your air filter will sit on top of this from what I think was an old Kohler engine. A lot thicker rust than what we've been working on here. I don't think the soda is going to take it off quite as well, but this just gives us something else to look at, something else to play with. See what it does. There's some old paint under this, even what's got the rust kind of bubbling up over it. So some of it's coming pretty clean. I think we'd need something more abrasive to clean up this stuff. That side may be a little more difficult. We may just flip on over to that side here once the air compressor catches up. Alright, not much hope for this rust, but that's okay. Or just, like I said, give us something different to play with, something different to look at. I think we're about empty again. Well, there's still quite a bit in there. I'm just not getting it out. Turn that knob up just a little more. See if that does it. That's probably about it. Yeah, very little left in that gun. Oop. That's probably all I'm going to do of that, just because I'm probably never going to use this for anything. Like I said, just messing with the gun, giving us something different to look at. There it is. Well, there you have it, folks. The Harbor Freight Central Machinery Portable Sandblasting Gun Kit. Gotta say, I don't love it. That flow control kind of irritates me to where you get nothing, then just a tiny little turn, it like dumps everything. But hey, it works, does its job. It was this. I got this on sale. It was like $21 in the store, and had a job to do with it. Got it done. I'll keep it around. I'll use it till it breaks anyway. Appreciate you joining me today. Let me know in the comments below if what you think about this thing, if you have any experience with it. Otherwise, until next time, keep on nourishing your dreams, cultivating your passions, embracing the beauty of God's creation. Hope you have a wonderful and blessed day, and we'll see you then.